Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called England's County Flags Explained, a complete guide. This is from a channel called Alex in Great Britain, and the link is in the description. So I know that Great Britain is, well, it's the opposite. England is in Great Britain, not to be confused with other countries such as Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And am I missing something? Probably I'm missing one. But you know, the thing is, it's just England, right? So I'm very excited. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
Have you ever wondered what the county flags of England look like and what their designs mean? Well, it was only until a few years ago that all the historic counties were allocated official flags, albeit often incorporating centuries-old symbolism. So I thought we'd take a tour through each individual county and have a look, in order from south to north.
How many counties there are?
Our first county, in terms of least amount of degrees from the equator, is, of course, Cornwall. Its flag is a plain white cross on a black field, which is St. Piran's cross. St. Piran, who died circa 480 AD, is one of Cornwall's 3 patron saints, and the patron saint of tin miners. The colours are said to represent...
Hold on. I need to... What was this sculpture? Are those dogs? What's happening in here? I have no idea what that sculpture is like. It's benches, but at the same time I think they're animals. They look very interesting.
Patron saint of tin miners. The colours are said to represent the black of the ore and the white of the hot tin. The flag dates back to the 19th century, which actually makes it one of the older county flags of England, and one you often see on car bumper stickers across the country.
I bet it was new.
Next is, of course, Devon, whose flag is known as St. Petroc's cross. Like the aforementioned St. Piran, Petroc was another of the 3 patron saints of Cornwall, the third being St. Michael. Petroc, who died circa 564 AD, ministered to the ancient Britons in Dumnonia, largely equated to modern-day Devon geographically. The colour green was chosen as a nod to Plymouth Argyle Football Club, Exeter University and Devon Rugby Football Union. As with many of the...
Wait, so that's older than the flag? That's strange.
...flags you'll see here, this one only came into official use in the 21st century, and it seems to have ruffled a few feathers with some Cornish nationalists, owing to its apparent similarities.
It's the same.
And now to...
Okay, hold on. These are all the same. Is it the same cross every time, and the colors are the things that are going to change?
Dorset, and another flag with a cross. This one is St. White's cross. White was a female Dorset saint, believed to have been martyred by Danish Vikings in the 9th century. The colours of red, white and gold come from the Dorset coat of arms. The red and white evokes England, while gold represents Dorset's agricultural heritage and sandy beaches, as well as landmarks like Golden Cap, the highest point on the Jurassic Coast, and the iconic street of Gold Hill in Shaftesbury.
Well, they're called Gold Hill.
Crossing into the southeast, we come to Hampshire, which historically included the Isle of Wight, in case anyone's wondering about the map on the left. The flag of Hampshire is a bicolour of yellow and red with symbols of a rose and crown. The crown is of the Saxon style, in reference to Alfred the Great and his Wessex capital at Winchester. The red and white Tudor rose is inspired by the double rose on the Arthurian table in the Great Hall in Winchester.
I like that.
East of Hampshire is the historic county of Sussex, whose flag displays 6 gold martlets on an azure field, representing 6 subdivisions of Sussex.
I love that.
The origins of the emblem are believed to come from a 14th century coat of arms belonging to Sir John de Radenden. Of course, the county was split into 2 in 1974. East and West Sussex each have their own unofficial variations on this flag, with East Sussex adopting a red background, and West Sussex using a yellow and blue background.
I like it, it's pretty.
Back to the southwest now, as we come
this one looks similar to Wales, right? It's the ones with a dragon, but I think Wales is maybe green, I believe.
To Somerset. Its flag consists of a red dragon rampant on a gold field, which is the traditional emblem of Somerset.
I'm sorry, but this isn't gold to me. This is yellow.
This can be traced back to the banners borne by Alfred the Great in the Viking Wars of the 9th century.
Oh my god.
There has been confusion
ago.
relating to whether the creature really is a dragon or actually a wyvern.
It's a wyvern.
Given that wyverns only have 2 legs, I'll stick my neck out and say that it must surely be a dragon.
True, but to me it's a wyvern, not a dragon.
Next is Wiltshire, where the flag depicting the emblem of a
goose?
great bustard. I have to be careful how I pronounce that.
Okay.
The great bustards were hunted out of existence in Britain in the 19th century, but have since been reintroduced within the last couple of decades, with a new generation fledgling around Salisbury Plain.
Love that.
Then there's a circle consisting of 6 sections in alternate green and white. These evoke the famous stone circles of Stonehenge and Avebury,
Oh,
while
really?
also representing Wiltshire's 6 neighbouring counties.
Oh, wow.
Behind this emblem lies a field of alternate green and white wavy lines, which represent the county's open grassland and underlying chalk.
Interesting, but it looks like a book that's been opened. To me.
We cross back into the southeast now
Is that a
and to
horse?
Kent. This flag features a white horse, an old symbol for the Jutish Kingdom of Kent. The Jute, from northern Denmark in modern terms, settled here, and
A lot of Viking influence in this flag.
according to legend, 2 brothers, Horsa and Hengist, founded the Kingdom of Kent in the mid-5th century. The flag is also known as the Invicta flag, as a reference to the county's one-word motto, which is Invicta, which is Latin for unconquered.
Okay, sure. Whatever.
Next is Surrey,
Just
with
one
a
word.
flag consisting entirely of blue and gold checks,
Wow, this is
derived
really
from
weird.
one of the earliest coats of arms. These come from the arms of the de Warenne family, Earls of Surrey. The first Earl of Surrey was William de Warenne, who is among the few known to have fought alongside William the Conqueror at the Battle of Hastings. De Warenne was duly rewarded
William the Conqueror, I'm going to assume, was the guy that made England. He I don't know, he was the king that united England.
with land across several counties, including, but not limited to, Surrey. If you've ever been to Lewes in East Sussex, for instance, you'll recognise the same checks appear on its coat of arms.
Oh, it's the same.
And now Berkshire,
Oh, I
whose
love
flag
it.
features a stag and oak symbol,
What
which
a
has long
beautiful
since
flag.
been traditionally associated with the county. Michael Drayton, a contemporary of William Shakespeare, cited it in his 1627 poem, The Bataille of Agincourt, which
Oh, wow.
describes the men of Berkshire marching, in 1415, under the symbol of a stag under an oak that stood. The
I love
stag
that
evokes
one.
Berkshire's title as the Royal County of Berkshire, along with its celebrated forests and herds of deer.
I love it. I kind of like that
Now
it's
to
sort of like a
the
painting.
quote-unquote lost county of Middlesex.
Why is it lost?
As for the flag, well, it features 3 saxes, a traditional symbol of the Saxons who settled here.
Oh.
In this case, the Middle Saxons.
They have the same flag, the same crown that the other flag had.
The
I
tool
think
in
it's the
question was an all-purpose knife used by the early Germanic settlers, and is believed to be the origin of the word Saxon itself.
same. Oh, really?
In 1909, the county of Middlesex added a Saxon crown to the flag in order to differentiate it from that of Essex. And in 1965,
Oh.
the county got entirely swallowed up by the ceremonial county of Greater London, which, by the way, does have a flag, although, as of the time of making this, no officially recognised flag. The
What, that's
City of
London?
London's flag, meanwhile, is essentially like for like with the England flag, except with a sword in the upper
Oh.
left quadrant representing the beheading of St. Paul.
Oh my god. What
Back
a,
to the southwest,
what a lovely thing to commemorate a beheading in my flag.
and once again, it's a cross-shaped
Another
flag.
cross.
The flag of Gloucestershire came into use in 2008 and is
That's
known
so
as
new.
the Severn Cross. Blue represents the River Severn, cream represents Cotswold Stone, and
Okay.
green represents the Golden Valley, one of 5 valleys converging on the town of Stroud.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Returning
Oh.
to the southeast brings us to Buckinghamshire.
That is dark. What
Its
is
flag
this? A sword?
features a chained swan on a bicolour of red and black.
What?
The emblem,
Gene?
referred to as the Bohun Swan, dates all the way back to Anglo-Saxon times, when Buckinghamshire was known for breeding swans for the king.
Why? Why?
Next is Oxfordshire, with the flag consisting of a field of dark blue, a shade also associated with the University of Oxford, with two broad white wavy diagonal lines representing the River Thames. And
yeah, I was about to say the line. So is it that wavy thing in the middle? It's a river, right? It's the thing.
And its tributaries. In the centre is a red ox head, alluding to Oxford's origin as a river crossing for oxen, or oxen ford, as it were. Then on the upper right there's a yellow wheat sheaf, and on the lower left a yellow oak tree, recalling the county's agriculture and woodland.
I wonder if there were a lot of oaks in Oxfordshire, and that's how it got its name.
And now Essex,
the middle.
Just like the Middlesex flag shown earlier, features 3 saxes, or knives, a symbol of the Saxons who settled here, which in Essex's case was of course the East Saxons, hence the county name. As mentioned earlier, the helpful folks in Middlesex added a Saxon crown to their flag that you won't find on Essex's, so as to distinguish the two.
Yeah, it's funny.
Then we have Hertfordshire, with a flag consisting of a field.
Are they near the ocean? I like, again, the wavy pattern, but I love that it's not a deer. I love the ones with animals.
Of 8 alternate wavy
they're not chained.
lines in blue and white, representing the county's many rivers. In the centre is a brown stag.
And they have this stag as well. It's a symbol of Hertfordshire.
From whence the name of the county town Hertford comes, lying on a yellow field representing St Alban, Britain's first saint, and whom the county's only city of St Albans was named after.
A lot of saints.
Taking a detour west brings us to
Hertfordshire and Herefordshire. Oh my god, all these names.
Herefordshire, where the flag consists of a maroonish coloured field representing the famous red earth of the county, whilst also evoking the reddish-brown coat of Hereford cattle. In the top centre is the head of a Hereford bull, with its typical wide white face. Below this, 3 alternate wavy stripes in blue and white represent the River Wye, flowing through the county on its way from Wales. Now to Bedfordshire.
Okay, this is gonna be a sea town. I'm loving the shells and the ocean. This is actually quite nice.
Whose flag features a black panel with 3 escallops, a heraldic term for scallop shells. These come from the arms of the Dukes of Bedford, while the red and yellow quadrants are from the Beauchamp coat of arms. The Beauchamps were a prominent local family responsible for constructing Bedford Castle, and who were named as Barons of Bedford.
This part, I'm gonna go back. I mean, the picture. Well, it's a clip. I'm loving what's happening in that
Castle,
park.
And who were named as.
What is the circle? What is this? I'm loving it.
Barons of Bedford. Then the horizontal blue and white wavy lines represent the River Great Ouse, which runs through the county en route to Cambridgeshire and Norfolk.
This is kind of misleading because you think it's an ocean, but it's rivers.
Next is Worcestershire, with the flag showing 3 Worcester black pears on a white shield, a symbol believed to have been used by Worcestershire units at the Battle of Agincourt in 1415.
Okay, but why?
Behind them is a background of wavy green and blue lines, representing the rivers and hills of the county.
Oh, River Hill.
As for Shakespeare's county, well, the flag of Warwickshire features the traditional bear and ragged staff used to represent.
If I say what this animal I thought it was, I thought it was a werewolf. I don't know, just why is it standing? What? It doesn't really look like a bear. To me, it looks like a werewolf.
Earldom of Warwick. The first recorded use was by the Beauchamp family, who became the Earls of Warwick in the 13th century.
Okay.
Then we have Northamptonshire, whose flag features a gold cross fimbriated in black upon a maroon field. In heraldic jargon, fimbriated means lined with a thin border. The rose has long since been a historic symbol of the county, while the cross represents its position at the crossroads of England, as it were. The design, which was adopted in 2014, was inspired by the colours of the local sports teams, maroon in particular, which is the colour of Northampton Town Football Club.
It's crazy to me that it comes from the sport, from the club, because I would have thought the club, got their colours from the flag, not the other way around.
No, it's true. And Northamptonshire County Cricket Club, while black is a reference to the county's historic leather industry.
Oh, leather.
Now to East Anglia and the county of Suffolk.
I like this
one. On a field of blue, the flag of Suffolk displays in yellow the emblem of a crown and crossed arrows.
And rainbows,
This is in reference to St Edmund, the king of East Anglia, who was murdered by the Vikings in 869
That's very
AD,
violent.
specifically the Great Heathen Army, as the locals dubbed them. The arrows represent the method of his execution and martyrdom. A shrine and cult later developed in Bury St Edmunds, and the emblem gradually came to represent the county as a whole. Next is Cambridgeshire, with a flag referencing the arms of the Anglo-Saxon kingdom of East Anglia, both of which feature 3 gold crowns against a blue background. The wavy lines represent...
Wait, if it's a Saxon crown, then why aren't the Anglos, weren't those other people? So how come they represent the others? Or were they the same? Actually, I have no idea.
The River Cam, which famously weaves around the college backs in Cambridge.
Oh.
Now, here's a county that went a similar way to Middlesex.
This one looks very Irish to me for some reason. Is it the clover? Is it the green?
And that it doesn't exist anymore. Well, it does, but only as a district within Cambridgeshire. But the historic county of Huntingdonshire has an official flag, and that's what we're here for after all. The flag in question consists of a gold beribboned hunting horn on a green field. This horn is a symbol for the town of Huntingdon. Now it's back west towards the England-Wales border. The Shropshire flag features 3 leopard faces against a gold background with 3 blue triangles and 13 ermine spots. In heraldic terms, ermine spots are distinct black markings, typically seen on coronation cloaks, for instance.
Ooh.
As for the leopard faces, these are known as loggerheads in local dialect from the traditional emblem of the county. This is believed to have originated from the practice of carving such a design on the heads of logs used as battering rams. They derive in turn from the 15th century arms and seal of Shrewsbury, Shropshire's county town. The blue and yellow colours represent those of Roger de Montgomery, who was one of William the Conqueror's councillors and who became the first Earl of Shrewsbury.
Again with the William the Conqueror.
Now we come to Leicestershire, which has the youngest official county flag, having been registered in 2021. The red and white dansette, i.e. zigzag,
yeah, and I'm guessing that's a mountain, right?
Background derives from the arms of Simon de Montfort, 6th Earl of Leicester. The cinquefoil flower comes from the arms of the de Beaumont family, who were the original Earls of Leicester before the de Montforts. The running fox appears on the county crest, and many Leicestershire organisations also use a fox as an emblem, including, of course, Leicester City Football Club and Leicestershire County Cricket Club.
I thought it was London that had a lot of foxes, right? Well, maybe it's all England.
Then we have Norfolk, with a flag based closely on the banner of arms of Ralph de Gale, who was made Earl of East Anglia by William the Conqueror. The diagonal stripe is an ermine bend, which may be a...
It almost looks as if people were, when people, I don't know, put stuff like closed in a diagonal banner, this one almost looks like that.
Reference to Brittany, where Ralph was Lord of Gale. Just as with the Shropshire flag, ermine spots are a heraldic term denoting the distinct black markings often found on royal garments. Having skirted around the modern county of West Midlands, which as yet has no official flag, we come to Staffordshire. Its flag features the gold field and red chevron of the De Stafford coat of arms. On the chevron is the Stafford knot, the origins of which may allude either to a joining of 3 geographical areas in the formation of Staffordshire as a whole, or a darker interpretation which claims that it was used at Stafford Jail to hang 3 prisoners simultaneously.
Okay, no, that's not a good...
And now to England's smallest historic county, Rutland.
Oh my god!
The flag displays a golden horseshoe, the traditional emblem of the county town of Oakham, on a green background.
Oh, it's cute.
William the Conqueror gave the estate here to Henry de Ferry, whose family name hints at a connection with the ironworking or the farrier occupation. A farrier, by the way, is a horseshoe specialist.
Okay.
When first visiting Rutland, any peer of the realm must donate a ceremonial horseshoe to Oakham Castle. Consequently, the Great Hall now displays a unique collection of over 230 horseshoes, the oldest
Oh,
having
wow.
been gifted by Edward IV back in 1470.
That's
The
so old.
golden acorns that surround the emblem evokes Rutland's status as England's smallest county.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, because acorns are
Next
small?
we have Lincolnshire, with a flag design that came about after a competition was held by a local radio station, leading to its adoption in 2005.
Okay, so who created it? My call to fame is that I created the Lincolnshire flag.
The fleur-de-lis in the centre is a symbol of the city of Lincoln, while the red cross is St George's Cross, which of course represents England. The yellow border, or fimbriation, represents the many crops grown in the county, as well as a nod to the term yellow bellies. And speaking as a yellow belly myself, I can assure you that's not a slur, but a reference
I've never heard of that term in my life, so I have no idea what it means, and I'm not going to repeat
to
it.
the yellow waistcoats once worn by officers of the Royal Lincolnshire Regiment.
Okay.
Then there's
Not
the blue
offensive.
that represents the North Sea and the wide skies, and finally the green for the verdant fenland fields.
That's nice.
Next is
Ooh,
Derbyshire.
I like
And
this one.
Just like Lincolnshire, the flag of Derbyshire was conceived after a competition was organised by a local radio show,
Another
and the
competition.
design bears a few parallels as well. In
Similar.
Derbyshire's case, a Tudor rose features in the centre, an emblem that's represented the county for centuries. Its colour is golden, so as not to be confused with the red rose of Lancashire or the white rose of Yorkshire, which we'll
It's
see
yellow.
later. The cross signifies Derbyshire's position at around the centre of England, and its green colour reflects its
Oh.
verdant countryside.
It is
The
in the
blue
center.
represents its rivers and reservoirs.
Mm.
Now, making it a trio of
Very
East
similar.
Midlands county
Wait, is that Robin Hood?
flags conceived by local radio shows, the Nottinghamshire flag features a certain outlaw you may have heard of. Against the red cross of St George is a white shield upon which is Robin Hood. Or to be precise, it's the silhouette of James
Oh, and they have this the statue. Oh my god, I love that one.
Woodford's bronze statue of Robin Hood that stands outside Nottingham Castle.
It's actually quite cute. I like
And
it.
now to the northern counties
Ooh.
as we come to Cheshire, whose flag
This
features
almost looks like the old cards that people used to play. It wasn't poker. I can't remember the name of the actual card game, but as the really old sort of cards, they had similar stuff to this.
3 golden wheat sheaves and a golden sword. The wheat sheaves on blue have been a symbol of the earldom of Chester since the late 12th century,
Oh my god.
and also
so
form
old.
part of the civic arms of the city of Chester. The sword is a reference to Cheshire's status as a county palatine, i.e. a county which historically held an elevated level of autonomy as
Oh
granted
my.
by the monarch.
Okay then.
Now to an anomaly, that is the flag of Yorkshire.
Oh, because of the famous family, the Yorks, right? This one's a beautiful looking
An
flag.
anomaly in that it technically represents not 1 but 4 counties of today, namely North
Oh.
Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, South Yorkshire and East Riding of Yorkshire, which each
Alrighty.
come under the umbrella of the historic county of Yorkshire. And to
Huge.
confuse matters further, the Riding in East Riding is an Old Norse word meaning 1/3, but then they added South Yorkshire in 1974 from parts of the West Riding.
Okay, but
If
that's
I've
old.
lost you there, don't worry about it. The white rose is the traditional symbol of Yorkshire, denoting the heraldic badge of the House of York since the 14th century, when it was introduced by Edmund of Langley, the first Duke of York and founder of the House of York.
That's
East
crazy.
Riding of Yorkshire has an official variant with a blue and green background, but neither North, West or South Yorkshire have an official flag of their own.
Well, it's that one.
Crossing west over the Pennines,
Oh,
we
so
come
it's
to Lancashire, skipping
similar.
Greater Manchester and Merseyside, who as
Sort of.
yet have no officially registered flag. As for
Oh.
Lancashire, its flag is something akin to a palette swap of that of neighbouring Yorkshire, and
Yeah.
certainly not without historical significance. The red rose is the traditional symbol of Lancashire, denoting the heraldic badge of the House of Lancaster since the 14th century. The background was originally intended to be white, but that clashed with a flag design which had already been taken by the Scottish town of Montrose, so
Oh my
it was
God.
duly changed to yellow.
You can't do that.
Or is it
Wait, so it's the same but in white? Can you do that? Well, I guess you can, right?
gold? Who knows? As a
It's
side
yellow.
note, the name Wars of the Roses was only applied retrospectively to the 15th century conflict between the houses of Lancaster and York, and a few centuries later at that. The Lancastrians are believed not to have fought under the Red Rose at all during this time, unlike their White Rose counterparts of the House of York.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
Also, you'll notice on the historic counties map on the left-hand side that there's an exclave of Lancashire in what's now Cumbria. This is the Furness Peninsula, which could be the subject of a future video, but for now I'll just say it's the birthplace of Stan Laurel, and that brings us to Cumbria. Well, sort of. So what we today refer to as Cumbria is actually a merging of Cumberland, Westmoreland, and a little bit of Lancashire and Yorkshire that took place in 1970.
I technically, I doubt that it is, but it almost looks like tiny turtles in a tree.
1974, and with no official flag in existence for Cumbria at the time of making this, we head straight for the historic county of Westmoreland. Its flag displays a golden heraldic apple tree representing the historic county town Appleby in Westmoreland.
Okay, it's an apple
white
tree.
and red bars which represent the barony of Kendal. And the final county comprising modern-day Cumbria is the historic county of Cumberland.
It
features 3 Parnassus flowers, which are the official flower of Cumberland, typically found around the Lakeland farms here during the summer. The blue and white wavy lines below represent the coast, mountains, fells and lakes. Crossing back over the Pennines, we come to County Durham, whose flag features St Cuthbert's Cross.
Okay, I like that the name of the county, it's County Durham. You know, it's County Durham. It's okay then. Isn't that, you know, we know you're a county, Durham. Why do you call yourself a county?
Cuthbert is the patron saint of the Anglo-Saxon kingdom of Northumbria, who lived in the 7th century and was laid to rest first at Lindisfarne, then at Chester Street, and finally at the city of Durham, an event which marked the latter's foundation as a city itself back in circa 995 AD. Blue and yellow are the county's traditional colours. And with no official flag currently in existence for Tyne and Wear, we come to, last but not least, Northumberland.
This is so weird.
And this happens to be allegedly the oldest English county flag in existence.
How old?
England's first historian, known as the Venerable Bede, recorded a banner of purple and gold hanging over the tomb of St Oswald, a 7th century king of Northumbria.
That's so
Later
old.
down the line, the medieval heralds assigned 8 gold stripes and 8 red stripes to denote the ancient kingdom of Bernicia, a kingdom which predates Northumbria.
But why 8?
And those were the flags of the historic counties of England. If you're a lover of all things British geography related, feel free to check out my other videos, including my ongoing series outlining the prettiest towns in every county. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
Well, I think this was incredible. It's funny because I didn't really know that a lot of these, I would have thought they were just kind of older, just because I associate sort of flags with something old-timey, and that I know that's really not the case, but usually I think flags are just something that's, you know, oh, you have, you know, a city, a country, a certain region has them, since a really long time ago, and since 300 years ago, 200 years ago. I think especially in Europe, I just expect, you know, for flags to be very old. Although I know that's not really, that doesn't really tend to be the case. As I think especially because there's a lot of places and a lot of, I think it happens quite often that they sort of officially made it, you know, the official flag in, I don't know, recent times, as in the 1970s or something. But I don't know, it's weird to me, the concept of having a new flag, just because what did they used to do before? But then, you know, if I start thinking about this again, why would you have need of putting, I need to put my county's flag? Why would you do that, right? I think ultimately, whether people, I think it's more common, and I don't know how popular I think the flag, you know, the flag bearing it is in England, but I would assume maybe not that popular. I would assume, and if you want to put it, you know, you have this need to put your flag in your, I don't know, in your business, in your house, I don't know where I would put my flag. I would assume you would do the country flag and not necessarily the county. But I like that. Yeah, well, it's representative of this specific county, right? It just makes it more, I don't know. It makes it feel, I think, probably more connected to, the place where you're from, or, but again, maybe not as specifically where you're from. Probably, I think you would only, well, because sometimes people move around, right? But I don't know, would I put, the flag of another county that I just moved in, and I wouldn't, or, oh, I've been living here for 5 years. Yeah, but, I would put my county, the one I was born in, right? Or maybe the one I grew up. I don't know. It's really funny to me. I know, why would I, why would I put the flag, in some place? But I knew, again, there are some people that are very, and not that you should, I can always say, again, you should feel proud of where you were born, or where, what place, where you're from. But it's funny that so I'm going to demonstrate this by putting up a flag, and not just my country flag, because I think a lot of these cases are, because it happens quite often. I think you are, obviously you're from whatever country, but ultimately I think people do feel as if they relate more. And this happens clearly in England, but I think it also happens, I think, probably all countries, I would assume, is the whole concept of, so you're from this place, you're from this country in particular, but you're also, I think, from, you actually have to, you have to say, but I'm from this region in particular, or I'm from this, I'm from this city, I'm from this county, I'm from this specific sort of territory, because I think, again, but maybe, I don't know, and you actually probably, you tell that to people that probably are not from around said country or whatever. But I think it's just important for you to kind of, I don't know, to feel proud and to denote, I'm going to make, I have a clarification to make. I'm from this country, but, I'm specifically from this area in particular. I think just because, obviously, again, people from the same country have a lot of similarities, because obviously, again, they have this shared cultural background that, it's always, again, we're from the same country. But when it comes to sort of the regional differences and the little things, I think sort of, the devil's in the details. And it's the little things, and it's the small things. And I think that's what really makes you sort of feel more connected, or feel more, I don't know, to sort of differentiate yourself a little bit from other people that, again, are from your same country. That, that's not how we do it over there. They do that different. We do this, we do this differently. Or, they call it that in whatever, we do not do that here. And it's the little things. And I think one of the whole sort of package, I think that also includes not just the little behaviors, or how someone speaks. One of those things is also, again, it's about your flag, right? And I think flags represent, this very, again, it's a representation, obviously, to begin with. I think flags are just something that, it's very, and again, you can get, I know that there's a whole thing of, this represents, this and this and that. I don't know, again, obviously with the newer flags, I think it's more, probably more, it's clear that the ones that, for instance, that the ones that are super new, that they did a contest, and people, the designers were, this represents, this specific thing, and this, represents the rivers, and I'm going to put, this, I put this and that. I think it's probably easier because you're kind of talking to the designer, or the designer is sort of, explaining themselves. But in the older flags, I know there's a whole sort of, they have their own language, and the coat of arms is the same thing, and this represents this and this and that, and the colors represent this, and there's just a slew of things that I wouldn't really, honestly, I wouldn't really know, because again, I know that it's a thing that people actually study, and obviously I'm not that knowledgeable, I mean, I don't know anything about this, but I know that they have their own sort of language. And I think it's really interesting how the whole thing, this flag represents this. And I think ones probably are a little bit easier, because I love that it's sort of, and you can tell with a lot of these, I think especially, well, obviously the ones with the flag are, with the cross. It's really funny because, yes, I know that other countries also use, the flag itself. I can't remember. It was the St. Andrew's cross. No, I don't think that's right. It was this cross in particular. I don't know. I know that there's different types of crosses. Again, not knowledgeable about the types of crosses, but I know that, yes, depending on the style, they have a different one. I think maybe depending on the saint, I don't know. I know they just have different styles. Masons use similar ones, and then Catholics used another. I don't know. So it's just a whole thing. But however it is, I love that it just sort of that's what I was talking about. The same. They use a different sort of language, and you can really do see it. It's almost as I don't know, a rune, maybe not even a rune. Maybe it's sort of. I don't know, it's sort of, it's a thing that's really talking to you, and it's not even a word, and that's what is its own language, because it's an image, and this picture, this image, this flag depicts something in particular that's talking to you about, oh, this tells you how this place is, this is, depicting something in particular about the region that it's representing. And it's lovely because again, it's sort of it's a whole other language. And again, some of them are a little bit maybe easier to figure it out, or maybe I would assume I was wrong about a lot of these, but I think again, maybe if you actually do this enough, you kind of get the hang of it of, oh yeah, this represents this and this represents the other. But it's, for instance, the little waves, right? When they have waves, and they have probably again blue waves, again wavy zigzag pattern, it's, oh, that's the ocean, right? That's telling you there's a river, there's a current of water here. To me, the ones that are sort of very sort of a triangle, I think those to me represent a mountain, right? That's what I would assume. It's a mountain range, not necessarily apparently. But I think that's what I mean with the language that it's representing, and it's representing something that it's obviously that it's depicting. And again, sort of like Egyptians, maybe the Egyptians were the first one to create that sort of language, but it's lovely in a way. I think my favorite ones were, I don't know, where do I start? Again, it's the sort of, it's your taste, it's your personal taste. I think they have some pretty cool looking flags. I mean, the ones with the cross, I'm not going to, I mean, they're okay. They're very plain looking. I don't know. Again, I think I prefer something a little bit more, I don't know, eye-catching, just because I think I found them a little bit more interesting. It was just, oh, wow, cool. I love that. I like the Sussex one. It's very with the birds, and, they have the yellow birds. I think it's just so cute. And, oh my God. And of course, they're flying in the sky, and that's why it's blue, the flag, it's blue. The one with the wyvern, I get it's not technically a wyvern, but to me it looks like a wyvern. But yes, I get it. It's a dragon. I want to know what's up with, the Great Britain region and dragons, because how come a lot of these flags have dragons? What's up with that? I don't know. It's almost, well, no, I know that obviously, again, dragons didn't, well, I know there's a region. It's Komodo dragons, they're a thing. But how come a lot of these places in Great Britain have dragons, or, dragon adjacent animals in their flags? I just think it's really weird. It's why there's got to be an explanation for this. The one with the checkered, sort of the checkerboard pattern, I think it's funny because it's a lot of these flags are yellow and blue, and it's a very specific type of blue. It's sort of in light blue. It's sort of bright blue and yellow, which I think it's a really common, I mean, it's been used a lot. It's just a common color combination for flags. I don't know why. Well, it represents. He kept telling us, oh, it's gold. To me, that's pretty bright yellow. But I don't know. What do I know? That was really, again, this really, I don't know. It's kind of funny looking. It reminds me a little bit of a jester in court. I don't know why. The other that I love, it's not the ones with the animals. I just think it's cute. You have a flag with an actual animal. I think it's lovely. It represents nature. It's telling me, oh, this place is very into nature. It's very into, I don't know, just frolicking around. It looks like, I don't know, it evokes something nice. But again, that's just personal taste. So the Berkshire, I want to say it's Berkshire, but I'm pretty sure he pronounced it as Berkshire. So I am a little unclear. To me, it's Berkshire, but I'm probably mispronouncing this. But I love they have the stag and the tree. The ones with I like the ones with the crowns as well. Although, the knife situation, I'm a little, okay, well, we don't have to get so violent. I think it's just a little extreme. Especially because I think, well, yeah, a million years ago or 1,000 years ago, I understand that there was a lot of conflict. But in this day and age, I'd rather have animals. I'd rather have birds. I don't know, stags, oxes, whatever. It's just more, I don't know, it's peaceful. And I think it's a little bit nicer. The one with Buckinghamshire, no idea how to pronounce that. The bird, I mean, the Shane bird, that was really, it's really it's gonna leave an impression on me, but I that was probably my least favorite one, because what do you mean, why is it caged? I don't know, it's just it really makes me uncomfortable. Why does your flag have this bird and it's chained? And I get they explained it, but oh my god, what an awful thing. I don't like it. It's harming the animal. I know it's all fictional, but I don't like it. It's just very, oh my god, they should definitely switch that. I vote for do a new flag. I don't like that one. Me having anything to do with this county. Please switch it. I don't like it. It's making me uncomfortable. The others, I love the one with the ox, and this is so representative of, oh, you have the oak tree and you have the wheat field, and I love that one. Again, the other with the animals, the one with the with the little with the scallops, I think it's lovely. The one with the actual Warwickshire, all these names. I'm sorry, but oh my god, Warwickshire. I think it's such a strange thing. It's apparently a bear. I just think the pelt is just very, I don't know, it seems like it has long hair. That's what I think. I thought, is that some sort of a werewolf or a wolf? Because it just, it has, the hair is just making me feel, oh yeah, he has long hair. But I think bears are a little bit more, I don't know, fuller. I don't know. It's just weird to me. The animal, it just looks like a werewolf to me. But I love it. It's very whimsical. And I don't know what the bear is sort of doing. I know it's sort of, grabbing an acorn from a tree trunk. I'm really unsure what the bear is doing. But again, I love those. Those are my favorite ones. The ones that are so whimsical, that are so, oh my god, that's really cute. An animal doing something and a flag, I love it. It just makes it so whimsical. It doesn't really have to be that serious. It's not such a a cross, and there's a cross and it represents this and that. Probably, again, those are more serious ones. But to me personally, I prefer the more whimsical ones. And the one, again, with the green one, I don't know, it's just very, it's kind of, I don't know, I like it. Oh, and the other with the horseshoe, I love the little detail that apparently it comes from a tradition of this. Again, it was Rutland, and it comes from this very specific tradition that people had when they were entering the city. They had to leave a horseshoe, and it's, oh my god, I love it. And I love that it was represented, historically it has been represented in the flag. And I think those are also lucky, right? So horseshoes and the little acres, because apparently it's a tiny town. It makes me, the flag itself, and I think, again, that's why these videos are so interesting. The video, it makes me, I know it showed very, obviously, again, so very, very small clips and more short clips, but I don't know, the flag and the fact that it's just a very small county, and the flag itself, again, is so whimsical and so cute that it's making me want to visit. So it's just, yes, it's just from one clip and just a flag. It makes me want to visit this place, because I think, oh, okay, again, it's so whimsical, it's very cute, it's very pretty, it's very nice. I don't know, I just want to visit Rutland, which I've never heard before this, so I love it. And of course, the ones with the, I have to say, the Yorkshire, to me, Yorkshire, it has a beautiful flag. I think ultimately, if I had to pick one, ultimately, again, my favorite ones I already mentioned were the ones with the animals, and the whimsical ones. But, if I had to actually choose one, I think it would be, the prettier one, just sort of, objectively speaking, I think would have to be the Yorkshire. It's just so beautiful. You have this beautiful white rose and this beautiful blue background. I mean, come on, that's a beautiful looking flag. I think ultimately, that kind of takes the cake. That's the one that wins. Again, objectively speaking. So again, to me, I think Yorkshire has the prettiest flag, but again, the others are just sort of whatever you like. They have really cool flags in England, so again, it's making me want to visit all of them and see the flags in real life, and see again and ask people, hey, again, what do you actually, you put up your flag, every single day, only when it's the day of the town? I don't know. I'm very curious to see, it's very nationalistic, but in a way that's not necessarily, it's regionalistic actually, because again, it's not necessarily about being from one country. It's just about being from this specific region, because I feel proud of being from this region. And I think it's lovely, actually. I think it's just, yes, in the small differences, it's actually where, I don't know, everything sort of comes together, and that's what makes, the whole thing, and, again, the human experience is what makes it, I don't know, it makes it better. And you should definitely feel proud of, the place where you're from, or the place where, again, you grew up, where your family was from. I don't know. All that, I think it's just lovely. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!